It's past midnight and you're lost in the bayous and deep south of Louisiana. Then you hear its cry.
Your time has come.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to What Do You Call the Show, the only show on the internet hosted by me. My name is Spencer, and when I started this series, there were three videos I wanted to make. One of them was the Biblical Creatures episode, which is already out. And the second was a video on the folklore creature, the Skinwalker, which I will be working on at some point. And then the third was a video on the Rougarou. And this video is coming out after October. It was supposed to come out during October, but yeah. However, this video was scripted prior to November and edited prior to November. So here we are. Just had to do some finishing touches on it before I could release it. Anyways, let's talk about the Cajun werewolf, the Rougarou. All right, to begin, let's discuss the origins of the name of this creature and what the origins of it are. The name in the original French is loup garou, with loup meaning wolf and garou which is a word that details a man turning into an animal. However, it is also referred to as rougarou, but both names are used all the same. The rougarou is described as a North American folklore creature who has the head of a wolf and the body of a human man. Its habitat is often described as the swamps of Louisiana. Those who have encountered the creature state his eyes are bloodshot red, and while the creature is capable of running on two legs, it prefers to prowl on all fours. It is also said that the rougarou is bloodthirsty. Alright, so now let's discuss how the rougarou is created and just some stuff about it, some interesting details. So the rougarou is created when someone sees another rougarou, thus condemning the person to wander about the swamps as the creature for the rest of their life. So basically, like, you see another rougarou, you're kind of screwed to be a rougarou. However, the rougarou is not always seen as a negative force. By some people, it is praised and seen as a creature, seen as a creature who is close to nature. Of course, all that I just went over is referring to Native American folklore. The people of Louisiana have their own version, and I'll discuss the differences and similarities now between them. The tale of the rougarou, according to Barry Jean Ancelet, an expert scholar in Cajun folklore and professor at the University of Louisiana in Lafayette. The rougarou is a creature who wanders the woods around Acadia and New Orleans and possibly the other parts of the region. The rougarou is often described as a man with the head of a wolf or even a dog in some cases. It is said the story came about to get young children to behave and instill fear. Another iteration of the story is that the creature would kill Catholics who didn't follow the rule of loan, which the rule of loan refers to forming a practice of forming loans that are one-sided or benefit one person over the other. In other words, the rougarou hunts and kills Catholics who do not follow the rules of their own said deals or contracts, loans, however you want to put it. There's also a legend that tells that the rougarou is a blood-sucking creature who has been cursed for 101 days. Once the 101 days are over, the curse is transferred to another person and the cycle repeats. The last origin I wish to go over is one that states that only a witch can transform someone into a rougarou. All right, so I happened to find this story on Reddit, which recounts someone's tell a story that they're told when they were kids about the rougarou, and I wanted to read it here, just to give an idea for some of the stuff that happened. I would give my own story, but I didn't happen to grow up in that part of Louisiana. But this story comes from r/morbid for bad people. But it begins. The Rougarou lives in the swamplands of Louisiana. This shape-shifting creature is similar to that of a werewolf. It has the body of a man and the head of a wolf. It differs from a werewolf because it does not require a full moon to turn. The monster is always within the man, and it emerges when feeding is necessary. When the call reaches for the monster, he turns. The Roo roams the swamps in search of children who have wandered away from their parents. Furthermore, he knows which children are willful and disobedient and will come in the night to snatch them in their beds. The story originated in the swamplands, marshy areas, and surrounding fishing communities located near these areas, and was meant to keep children from wandering into the swamps and boggy marshes where they could easily become stuck and succumb to drowning. I can personally attest to this, as I had become trapped in the mud of the marsh once myself and began sinking, and my cousin had to pull me out. As losses of habitat became a problem, the story of the Roo changed, and he and his kind became able to leave the marshy swamps to look for more prey. There are now projects in place to restore the marshes, so perhaps the Roo will return to their homes. There is one Rougarou story that originates back to Catholicism, and I wonder if this is where Mamir, or mother, got her story and combined it with other Roo stories she had heard. This story is about a Roo that would eat children who would not keep the promises made during Lent. Catholicism is pretty common in South Louisiana, especially in the areas where Mardi Gras is celebrated. Mardi Gras is observed on the day immediately prior to Lent, which begins on Ash Wednesday and ends on Easter Sunday, making it 40 days long. This is supposed to be a time of fasting, and people typically give something up during Lent to represent the 40 days that Jesus fasted in the desert. In this version of the Rougarou story, when the children falter and fail to keep their Lent fasting promises, the Roo comes and eats them as punishment for their lack of dedication to their faith. So whether you're misbehaving, wandering where you shouldn't be, eating meat on Fridays during Lent, or who knows what else, you better watch out, 'cause the Roo's gonna get ya. And there you go. That was the story from r/morbid for bad people. Let's continue the video. Let's get to the end of it. And there you go, guys. You had my video on the Rougarou. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And I know this series was supposed to be a weekly series. However, due to just my life right now, I don't have the time to really consistently make these videos. I've been working extra hours and stuff like that. Because of that, I want to change my strategy and instead of making consistent videos, I want to make more higher quality, more edited videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have, I greatly appreciate those of you who have decided to stick with me. And I appreciate those of you who love these videos. So if you do like this one, please like and subscribe. And my next plan is to work on the Skinwalker episode. So be on the hunt for that one. So have a good day and make sure the Roo don't get you.